to, they could find it and it would still be intact as an eraser.
Welcome to WatchMojoUK, and today we're looking at the angriest Taskmaster moments where the contestants couldn't contain their rage.
I so nearly did it!
Number 10, Hippo.
It's an incremental animal line draw.
It is an incremental animal line draw.
The drawing tasks are always bizarre, and this convoluted draw 3 lines of an animal one from Series 10 really took the cake.
Is it beaver?
It is not a beaver.
Daisy May Cooper was drawing, and Richard Herring guessing, but he was absolutely atrocious. He guessed every animal under the sun, including hamster, as she got more and more irate.
Oh, I know what it is.
What is it, Richard?
Oh, she's angry. It's the noise she does.
I'm fuming. I'm apoplectic with rage.
Hamster.
Not a hamster.
Cooper always seems like she's at least a little bit angry, but this tipped her over the edge. She finally revealed that it was a hippo and lost it, asking how he didn't work out what it was when everyone else on the other team had already announced that they'd cracked it. To be fair though, it does look like a cat.
It's a hippo! It's his eyes and its nose and it's in the water! Do you not think that looks like a hippo? I even did the tail!
Number 9, Auntie Rod Gilbert.
We've done tasks all day together by that point. That was the final one.
Yep.
And I don't know how you've been friends with him for so long.
Allegations of bias struck Series 7, with James Acaster saying that Greg was clearly treating Rod Gilbert as a favourite because they'd been friends for decades.
Oh, one of them's my friend.
I've never been accused of bias before.
The angriest Acaster moment was during the team task where they had to build an extension. Acaster found out that Gilbert had earlier opened the garage and saw everything needed to build the extension was in there, but had neglected to tell him and Phil Wang about it.
I didn't know until we watched that at one point he opened the garage, saw it, and then did that. Like, that blows my mind more than anything else.
The result was a rubbish tent on the side of the house. In another incident, Alex had hidden a satsuma within one of many identical red socks and tasked everyone to be the fastest to find it. But Gilbert had found a tangerine inside the house, put it in one of the socks, and handed that to Alex instead. Acaster made quite the fuss, saying it was grounds for disqualification, not a win.
Give me 8 weeks of my life back. How's that sound?
Number 8, the saboteur.
Yes, take your hand. That hand is free. One hand on your hip.
And Dad has both hands up. No!
Take that hand up.
Mines are here.
Another team task, this time Fern Brady, Dara O'Brien and John Cairns were trying to fill a trolley with as much sand as possible while touching each other's hips.
I thought I didn't understand it, but John really doesn't understand it.
I do understand it.
But Cairns was given the secret task to sabotage their team, getting himself 5 bonus points if the other team won.
Sabotage your team in their next task.
Fern and Dara were furious as soon as the task began when John couldn't work out which hip he was supposed to put his hand on, and they lost their minds when he tipped all of the sand out.
Yeah, that's your time up.
Why did you do that?
When his secret task was revealed and it turned out that he'd been successful, there were no laughs from either of them.
He's not even making eye contact with us now, and this feels like one of your relatives has been talking to the FBI about you.
Number 7, counting beans.
4. Plus 4, 97, 401. There are 406 beans in a baked bean tin.
All the way back in Series 1, Josh Widdicombe was given some of his own special tasks to complete. He had to count all of the contents of a tin of beans, a tin of spaghetti hoops, and then count all the grains of rice in a bag.
Right. Did no one else do that? Are you kidding? What? On with the show. No!
In the studio, it was revealed that nobody else was given these tasks, just Josh, and that he wasn't going to be awarded any bonus points for them either.
You look like you're having a lovely time. Right.
We're not getting any points for that.
That's correct.
It was brutal, especially after he went to the effort of getting a tattoo to permanently remember his time on Taskmaster.
How many spaghetti hoops are there in a can of spaghetti?
There's no way of knowing that sort of thing. There's no way that anyone would know that.
These are easily some of our favourite secret tasks, and Josh could hardly contain his anger when he found out that only he had to do them. Number 6. Hiding the ball.
Was I the only one that had to do this?
Oh yes.
Mel Giedroyc was also given a secret task in Series 4. Specifically, this task was designed to break her spirit, as Greg and Alex thought that she was just too enthusiastic and positive. Alex gave her a few minutes to hide a giant inflatable ball on a football field, and watched her slowly unravel.
Alright, come on.
He then revealed that this wasn't the only ball-related task Mel was given, as she was also made to do a few more back at the Taskmaster house, all concocted to infuriate her.
We then got her to score a goal in the garden with the ball, which meant she had to deflate it to get it out the door. That took 25 minutes.
Relative to some of the other contestants on Taskmaster, Mel didn't get that angry, but compared to how nice she usually is, she was fuming.
Nothing to see here, Alex. You're off your head. That annoys me.
Number 5. Complete the 7 tasks.
As you can see from the faces of the other contestants, things fell rather kindly for you, didn't they?
I was blessed by a higher power there.
This was easily one of the cruelest tasks Alex has ever devised for the show, placing 7 tasks in a circle and leaving the contestants free to complete them in any order.
Remember, if you knock over your tower, you have to start everything all over again.
I'd rather die.
But the order was crucial, as depending on which way they were picked up, the tasks were easy or extremely hard.
Why didn't he start again if that was...
Well, I was wondering the same thing.
Oh, that would have been ridiculous. As I said, I would have rather died. I mean, I would.
Ed Gamble and Joe Brand were destroyed by this, with Brand saying that she was about to have a stroke and Gamble claiming that it was the worst day of his life.
Put this wheelbarrow in the caravan. Ever seen anyone have a stroke?
In the end though, they all broke one rule or another, so it ended with vindication for Gamble, as he was awarded the full 5 points.
That was the worst day of my life.
So far.
If I could have taken out a couple of wellies, that would have been fine. Fly.
Number 4. The Hammock.
We get the stuff in the hammock.
We are heavier than anything we can
But
find.
we can hold that as well.
Because it will fall out and then we'll be
Let's try.
disqualified.
It's double trouble this time, as both Ian Sterling and Lou Sanders lost their temper in this task.
I'd like to apologise for my behaviour. I just thought we shouldn't panic.
I agree, which is why I suggested doing all of this 7 minutes ago.
Paul Sinner looked on helplessly as they shouted and argued with each other. They couldn't agree on how to approach the task, bickering for ages about whether they should just climb in themselves or rely on objects alone.
We had spent a good 7 minutes.
Not 7. That's the number you made up.
You said that in quite a petulant manner.
In the studio afterwards, they were still at each other's throats.
Thank God Daddy was there, watching on from behind the barrel.
The matter was made worse by the revelation right at the end that Lou dropped a book before putting it in the hammock, which the action replay determined she had not caught, therefore disqualifying them.
I caught it!
You didn't catch it.
I caught it! I caught it! I caught it!
Number 3. Workarounds.
Has it gone? It's all gone. It's gone. She's completely gone.
No sign of it.
I can't see it anywhere, no.
The group was asked to erase an eraser, and both Joe Thomas and Sean Gibson decided that they were going to completely rub their rubbers out into a powder at first. While Joe continued to use his until it was dust, Sean set hers on fire and then threw it into a bush.
It's probably still an eraser, isn't it?
It's been erased.
I'm not sure that is a ray.
I mean, you could see yours in a mush by your feet.
Yeah, but it could no longer function as an eraser.
Elsewhere, and Paul flushed his down the toilet, which led to an argument in the studio about whether it had actually been erased or not. Cue this classic outburst from Joe as he argued with Ian.
I so fed up of putting in like loads and loads of just genuinely like physical effort into the task. And then these other people found some swanky workaround.
Him apologising immediately afterwards just made it even better.
I don't know where that's come from, I'm really sorry. I've been really nice so far.
Number 2, find the ducks.
It's probably easier for tall people, isn't it?
Yeah, I realised I put it up just a bit too high, probably.
Alex claimed that this was an easy task, with the contestants sent into the lab and asked to find 10 ducks. While Ardal O'Hanlon enjoyed it despite finding next to nothing, other contestants weren't nearly as patient. Bridget Christie became infuriated with Alex and the bad job he was doing at refereeing the task.
How many ducks have you found so far?
Stop talking to me.
First of all, he put the task so high up that she struggled to reach it, and then he kept asking her questions throughout.
What's that now? Is that a duck?
Remember what ducks are?
What did you say, pardon?
Do you remember what ducks are?
Are you proud of that? Are you proud?
Though she was the only one who got the crafty canard clue, she was still infuriated, as was everyone else. More than one tried to rip the fake chickens apart in their hunt for ducks.
Well, there's not a duck in there, is there?
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Number 1, drawing.
So can I just check? Have I been put on a team with David Baddiel?
This list wouldn't be complete without one of Ed Gamble's legendary outbursts about David Baddiel and his superhuman incompetence.
The thinking is, there's a team of 3 there who'll have to pass 1 drawing across 2 backs. But to make it fair, you're with David Baddiel.
More than anybody else, Gamble was infuriated by him, and it reached a climax in this live task.
What are you doing? Why are you still drawing?
They were asked to replicate on paper a picture that was being drawn on their back by their teammate, with Gamble immediately horrified that he'd been put on a team with David Baddiel again.
You were literally just drawing anything.
He was livid, with Baddiel drawing any old thing on Gamble's back and completely ignoring what Ed was doing, and therefore producing a load of rubbish. Time and time again, he misunderstood every instruction he was given.
2 seconds left.
Let us know in the comments who your favourite unhinged Taskmaster contestant was.
Only elephants and hippos have that kind of tail.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojoUK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.